change the name of this. But good afternoon, or actually, it's evening. It's 7 o'clock. I am here because I noticed something a while ago, but it is now undeniable, and I think it's on purpose. Um, so here's what's been going on. Okay, ever since we moved to this town, people have been misgendering Aaron. Okay, and not like he thinks he's a girl, so call him girl. No, Aaron is a very clearly a boy. And he has been called her and she forever. And it happens so often um, that I don't know. It kind of like just flies. Let's talk about it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. But this is very important because the only people that do it are white women. The only people that do it are white women. Do I think that Aaron is a cute child that could possibly be mistaken for a girl? No. No. Okay, so it's happened so frequently in the last couple of weeks that it's something to talk about. Because here's what happened that made it hit me. I started thinking it earlier this week because it happened so many times in the store. Okay? So many times in the store this week. I took him to the store with me on Monday, and like three women, all white women, called him she. Last week we walked out the door, and the neighbor's guest, white woman, she. Oh, hey girl. She's, hey girl, talking to him. Now, here's what's really irritating about it is that Aaron doesn't wear anything remotely close to be um, considered feminine. Nothing. In fact, when he was in the store, he was wearing a Carhartt jacket. Okay, so that's definitely a boy's apparel. Not that girls can't wear Carhartts, just it was black. His shoes were black. There was nothing colorful on him. Everything he was wearing that day, he was blacked out. um, but more concerning is that it is always white women. When we first moved here, I would go to the gas station. They would always call him she. Oh, how's she doing today? It's a boy. Oh, my bad. I don't. I'm starting to realize that it's not. It's intentional. Um, I know that he has long hair, but this week he was wearing barrel rolls. And even then, white people know that little boys wear braids. Black boys wear braids. So even if his hair was down, I could see if his hair was down, maybe it would be, you wouldn't notice. You might, but his hair is almost never down. It's almost always styled because he has allergies. And when his hair is worn loose, he gets sick. So, anyways, that's neither here or there. I'm starting to realize that this is a microaggression, and it is meant to, kind of take power away from the young men. If you start young with feminizing them, um, it could be a subconscious thing. This could be something that has been passed down, um, because it's happened. It used to happen to Jeremiah too. They are both very obviously boys. They may be pretty boys, but they're very obviously boys. There's nothing, especially Jeremiah. Jeremiah's always had cut hair too, and they used to, oh, why'd you cut her hair? What? 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 And so today, I was already starting to think, you know what? I think this might be intentional. I started to think that when it happened to us 3 times in one day, that was on Monday, and I was like, you know what? I think this is intentional. But here's when it got very obvious. Sitting with a black woman at the school today. I went over to the school for an assembly for the zoo came to the school, right? Black woman. Aaron's wearing something very similar to what he was wearing the other day, right? Very similar. Not much has changed. His hair is still the same. He waves at me and she goes, oh my gosh, is that your little boy? He is so handsome. Dear white women, if you don't think you know the gender, if you are unsure, there are words that you can say that are gender neutral. Um, at this point, I think I'm going to start getting disrespectful, okay? Because I always have a little, oh yeah, he looks like his mom. He's a pretty boy. Aaron actually isn't a pretty boy. He's a very handsome young man. But I wouldn't characterize him as a pretty boy. When you have that term, I find him to be very boyish in his looks, even though he looks like me. Um, there's nothing about him that's actually pretty. Um, and I have accommodated you all by giving these little statements. Oh, he just looks like his mom, whatever the case may be. I'm about to start getting disrespectful because you're disrespecting my child. Okay? Dear white women, don't do this shit. You see a little black boy or girl and you can't really tell, take a moment and look at their clothes because most of us dress our children gender appropriate. Um, Gender conforming, rather, not gender appropriate, gender conforming. We're going to use the PC words for that. My son dresses gender conforming. His nails haven't even been painted since he started playing outside with other boys. So there's nothing that could confuse you about the gender of my child. Okay? My child is a boy. The next person to say she will get a mouthful. Okay? Enough.